It's time for the big bad. Here are your wandering DMs, Paul and Dan.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Big Bad, where each week we invite a different group to face off against us in an action-packed game of Dungeons & Dragons. They've got just a few hours to stop an evil plot, score the most points on the leaderboard, and see if they can take down the Big Bad. Today's game is brought to you by Dwarven Forge, makers of fine gaming terrain. Visit them at dwarvenforge.com to learn more about how to bring your games to life using their amazing modular terrain pieces. I'm your referee, Paul Siegel. I'll be doing the best I can to make fair rulings for everyone in the game. And with me, as always, is our dedicated adversary DM, the Big Bad himself, Dan Collins. Dan, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Sigilius the Vermicular, the nefarious leader of the cult of worms. My loyal acolytes have captured the foolish adventurer Eric the Brash, and are even now preparing to sacrifice him to the great crawling one deep underground. Any attempt at rescuing him in these last moments is surely doomed to failure. Yes.
Watch out, players. Dan hates to lose. I'll just remind you that I'm in charge of the rules here. I wouldn't trust anything that guy has to say. All right, let's meet our players. Our brave adventurers today are played by Madbird Streams, led today by Steph. Steph, can you tell us more about Madbird?
I absolutely can. Madbird Streams is a Twitch channel and all-inclusive community that has 5 days of tabletop RPG content over on our Twitch channel, which is can be found at Madbird Streams. Tabletop gaming amongst our community and other D&D communities, and also a weekly show of D&D fan art with a lot more content to come. We have varying campaigns ranging from an all-evil campaign on Tuesday nights to a campaign about flying ships and floating cities that we just debuted on Saturday nights. And today, we also just launched a Patreon, so you can check us out over there for even more tabletop content, as well as movie nights, behind-the-scenes info, etc.
Excellent. That's really great. Thanks so much for joining us, Madbird. We're really excited to have you at the game today. So, Steph, welcome to the show, and tell us, who will you be playing today?
Today, I am playing Tornarax Witchborn, a warlock tiefling.
What made you choose that particular character?
I have a special place in my heart for warlocks and tieflings, and also just sound like a really cool character. So,
with us also is Victoria. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm playing Strylig of the Scaly Tome. I am a Dragonborn sorcerer.
Awesome. What made you choose the Dragonborn sorcerer?
Oh gosh, well, I love sorcerers, but any opportunity to be a little bit smarter than my friends, and I will take it.
What dumb thing did you hear Eric was up to that got him caught by the worm cult?
Oh gosh, well, I did hear that he has an affinity for the bardic shows at some of the local pubs, and snuck in and got a little bit rowdy and made a bit of a show of himself. So, wasn't playing the low profile that we recommended.
That sounds like Eric to me. Also, please welcome Tasha. Tasha, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks. I am going to be playing Turpin Bravebow, a halfling ranger / hunter.
Great. What brought you to Turpin?
I think hobbits or halflings are great. I am short myself in real life, so why not play a short character? And rangers, man, they can do so much with a bow.
They can indeed.
Right? Yeah.
So can you tell me which of the other characters in your party owes you one?
Well, I think Kayam, is that how you pronounce it? Kayam, it owes me so much. He got stupid drunk at a pub, danced his little heart out, embarrassed himself in front of a suitor, and I saved him. I can't go into detail though. That's between him and me.
Saved from social embarrassments definitely sounds like a debt that needs to be repaid. Right?
Yes.
The theme that I'm getting here is there was a party that went horribly wrong. Or horribly right. Depending on whose attitude you're using for perspective.
Correct.
I think I see what's happening here.
I'd also like to welcome to the show Ed. Ed, welcome.
Hi, I'm going to be playing Phalar the Fearless. He's an elf war domain cleric.
What's shouted out to you about Phalar that needed to be played?
No one had picked the cleric yet, so definitely needed some party healing.
I would like to interject here that I have a particularly red-hot rage against clerics. And for some reason on this show, episode after episode, people pick the cleric to run at me. So Ed, I would like to say I have a lot of practice putting down the cleric. So I'm really glad that you picked Phalar so I can do it again. Thank you very much.
You can see that as a challenge accepted.
Done.
Finally, welcome to the show, Deontay.
Hi, how's everybody doing? I am playing Kayam the Vanquisher, a human barbarian, berserker to be exact.
Great. What brought you to that choice?
Typically, whenever I'm playing a character, I like martial classes. Because I've worked with them mostly. Barbarians, I don't really get a chance to play barbarians all that much, so I thought this would be an interesting pick. But I do like martial classes over magical classes.
What is Kayam's ulterior motive for wanting to save Eric?
Oh, so Kayam owes a lot of people a lot of favors. He obviously owes Turpin Bravebow saving him from that social nightmare. So his ulterior motive is just to have one up on Eric. So Eric will owe him a favor and hopefully get Kayam out of the many favors that he owes. So he's just using this to get one over on Eric. That's all it is.
Great. A complicated dance of one-upsmanship. Great.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I will remind the team that the easiest way to get out of all your obligations to Eric is just leave him and don't rescue him in the first place. That would actually clean all your slates. So just keep that in mind as a possible option.
Yeah, he's still our friend. I mean, we're not horrible people like that. I'm not going to let him die, but I will let him owe me a favor.
I feel like I've been attacked.
All right, let's get started. To begin with, we're going to take a look at what you're facing tonight. Roll the clip. You have entered into a massive cavern deep underground. The entirety of the cavern is dimly lit by a few torches and several large, low-burning braziers. The cavern is bisected by a narrow but deep and fast-moving river, banked by slick-looking rocks. The approach from the entrance in the northwest corner is flanked by massive stalagmites, offering some cover from the eastern half of the cavern. Here, the west-leading branch of the river moves more sluggishly, swirling around a natural grate formed of low-hanging stalactites. Across the river, a twisted stair has been cut into a pillar of rock, leading up to a rope bridge that crosses high in the air. To the east of the entrance, another gap in the stalagmites offers a different approach, leading to the crashing falls that are the source of the underground river. Across the river is a large, flat, open area where strangely colored fungi grow to enormous proportion from mounds of what appears to be churned up earth. Finally, in the southeastern corner, a rocky tor rises slowly up. Chanting can be heard from the cultists arrayed along the natural steps, leading ever upward to a flat platform, where the cult leader stands behind a dark altar. On the platform before the altar lies the prone form of your friend Eric. What vile ritual or dark dealings do the cultists have in store for him? You must reach the pinnacle and stop the ritual before it's too late!
No, so immersive. I got lost.
Really, really cool. Yeah,
It's
Dwarven
beautiful.
Forge terrain is just so amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
And at this point, the big bad must give all due exaltation to our generous sponsors at Dwarven Forge, who provided the perfect setting for our players' certain doom. You should visit dwarvenforge.com today and assemble a similar shocking demise for your players as well.
Just to give you a quick overview again of the space you're entering into, a massive cavern. Your characters are up here in the northwest corner. You can hear the sounds of chanting, and you may begin your strategizing now. As far as you know, you're still the occupants, the cultists are as yet unaware of your presence.
I recommend that you let me cast water breathing on you before we go too far.
Is water breathing really necessary?
There's a river.
I'll take it.
Do you see it?
No, we don't know. We don't know how deep the river is.
If you want to take the
whatever.
chance.
If you want to cast water breathing, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm really small, so I'll take it.
Water is bad for my health if I get in it and drown. I'll take the water breathing as well.
Well, I will wait for us to make a plan, but then I will use the spell scroll to cast water breathing on us.
So as you stand here in the entrance to the cavern, Strillig retrieves the arcane scroll and incants water breathing on everyone. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Everyone for the next 24 hours will be able to breathe underwater.
Oh,
perfect.
Lovely.
Do you want to swim up there? Do you guys want to take a water approach since we can all breathe underwater now?
I feel that swimming might give us a disadvantage. Again, we don't know how deep the water is going all through the cavern. So, we could hit a very shallow spot and they're like, oh, it's all these 5 people swimming up through the water.
Yeah, you have a good point.
I know I do.
As you contemplate a watery approach, I will just point out a couple of things. There is a large crashing falls that enters the cavern from a hole high up, and the river itself appears to be fairly deep and fast-moving, though narrow in places. A couple other points jump out at you that here on the western branch, the water swirls and churns as some low-hanging stalactites have kind of formed a natural grate, and the water gets sucked out that way. Even more terrifying to the south, just below the bridge, the water plunges into a completely underground tunnel, and is unclear where, if anywhere, it might emerge from that point.
That's a no. That's a no.
Ref, could I ask if there are giant monsters in the river? Would the party have visibility on them right now?
Not from where they stand right now. The cavern is dimly lit at best. Those of you with dark vision can see a bit, but the torches and braziers are low burning, casting only deep shadows, and it's fairly difficult to see. One would have to get up close to the water to really investigate that.
Can't you fly over there? Or fly around and scout ahead? I
have a broom, yes, so that does allow me to fly. Brunhilde is her name, but let's not get into that. How high are these ceilings that I can tell?
Quite high. In fact, from where you're standing, it's hard to make out a ceiling. The Tor in the southeast corner of the cavern itself reaches at least 50 feet high, and the ceiling is well above that. So you would guess at least 100 feet up, possibly more.
I mean, I could try to fly really high and get a look-see.
Great.
Yeah, that'd probably give us a little bit of an advantage.
More information.
What could go wrong? What could
go wrong?
Why would you say that?
Tornarax, for your knowledge about the broom, you know that alone on the broom, it moves at a rate of 50 feet. You have in the past been able to take a single passenger at a slower move rate of 30.
Gotcha. Yes.
If you're separated from it, you're also able to call it back with a command word, and it'll come flying back to you.
Ooh, that's nice.
Such a lovely object. I mean, I can't take you, small one. How much do you weigh?
That's rude. I weigh.
Look, I'm just right. Well, I mean, like,
that was.
Do
pretty
you
rude,
want
actually.
to? Here's what I'm asking. Do you want to ride on the broom with me?
Cool,
just help out.
But
help out.
Oh, I can barely see as it is, so I would just go for the ride.
You don't have dark vision?
No.
Maybe.
Oh, why are you here? Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I care very much for the area.
Yeah, Tornarax will take out the broom and kind of put it up to his mouth. You're lovely. And to get on it to start flying.
Excellent. Tornarax, where are you flying to? Are you going straight up? Are you going at an angle? Generally, where are you trying to travel?
Yeah, we'll probably be getting some height there. I know that I have I can see in the dark shades of gray. I think 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, up to 60 feet. So I wouldn't get any farther than that, but probably within the 50 to 60 range.
Great. So Tornarax hops onto the broom, incants the magic words, and flies about 50-ish feet straight up, it sounds like.
Ooh. Fancy.
Tell me, Tornarax, as you do this, are you trying to hug the wall? Are you trying to remain unseen? Or are you just shooting straight up? Like, what kind of approach are you taking here?
Tornarax will be hugging the wall like as he's going up into the air. Definitely trying to remain unseen from anything else that might be around. So if there are any more shadowy areas, which would probably be closer to the wall, that's probably where he would stay.
Okay, great.
Definitely doesn't want to give anyone on the floor too large of a chance to see him.
Great. So go ahead and roll me a stealth check, if you will. And due to the dim lit and adhering to the rocky, incongruous wall, you'll get advantage on this.
Okay. Okay. That is a 13 total.
Ref, I hope you're looking at my passive perception at this time.
I am indeed.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I wonder what the ruling is.
Unfortunately, the burst of motion is just visible to the High Priest, who is at roughly now the same height as Tornarax.
Oh.
Oof.
Whoops. We lock eyes.
Well, we lost the element of surprise. Screw it.
Can I take an action, Ref?
Sure. What do you do?
So I look over there, I see that, I say, intruders in this, the unholiest of holes, this cannot stand. Feel the wrath of the worm god. And I say the magical words, Percutian Splamus. And I summon a flame strike, which is a 60-foot cylinder directly on that spot.
What's the range of flame strike?
Oh, no.
60 feet, Rev. Is that too far?
Please be too far. Please. Please be too far.
Pray to anyone.
At the very far to the reach of it is this stalagmite just here. So a bolt of fiery energy comes crashing down on this stalagmite, just about 20 feet from the group, just out of range of actually singeing them. Kaboom! It flashes down. At this point, I will ask everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. So, Turpin Brapo, you see your friend Tornarax shoots up into the sky. A blast of fire appears at these stalagmites just 15 feet in front of you. What do?
I want to take my movement and go 25 feet. I want to try to get in range to use my short bow.
So it's a bit tricky as seen. It's pretty far to the Tor. So you are here. You could dash through the opening in the stalagmites here to get clear to the river. You'll then be in clear sight. You could come over here and try to take cover behind these stalagmites. You could try to break further south, this direction, again behind the stalagmites, and try to get an angle onto the Tor. What do you think?
If I go, because I have a range of 80 feet for my short bow, how about that clearing?
So you want to move over here to the east through this gap?
Correct. Yes. I don't want to get too close to the river, but so we'll do, if I can, 15 feet.
15 feet gets you right there, just to the edge of this stalagmite.
Okay, let's go 5 feet more in that same direction.
Yep. Coming around the stalagmite.
All right. And am I in enough range now to fire a trusty arrow?
So from your position right here, actually, there's a closer target in this acolyte standing at the base of the Tor. And then, of course,
Okay.
up at the top of the tour, there is this is the High Priest here, and then there are other acolytes about.
Okay, perfect. I would like to shoot the first acolyte.
All right, I'm going to measure that, and we're going to see if you're in short range or not. So 80 feet would be 16 inches, and you are in short range.
Awesome. Okay, come on, short bow, you can do it. Oh, yay. That's a 24 to hit.
That certainly hits.
Is this a disadvantage, Ref?
No, it is not,
Light?
because it is short range. No.
Well, then that's a hit.
All right, that's 1d6 plus 6. So 10 points of piercing damage. And I'm the cutest halfling you've ever seen. And I would like to use my extra attack to do this again.
Before you do, wait, how's that acolyte doing, Dan?
Poorly, Ref. Not great.
Okay, very good.
You'll grab me an extra
like he's
attack.
on the ground and unconscious and writhing in pain and out of the action. Is that what you're asking for, Ref?
That's what I was asking.
Yes, I will admit that that's the situation. If you must know.
Okay, that's
He drops to the ground in a bloody heap.
Ooh,
Your arrow
one
striking
kill.
true right into his chest.
Nice.
Oh,
But he might get up
actually,
later, so you never know. You better hit him again. Halfway.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I may be cute, but I'm not dumb. How about that second acolyte with my extra attack?
This
The one
one
next
here?
to it.
Oops, I just come over with
Oh, yeah,
Ref,
you
come on! You're disrespecting my people.
Oh, dead.
I'm gonna measure that one again because you might be on the hair's edge here of he is just within short range. So
I think you moved him. And he was an inch back. No, he was an inch further away.
Well-
Check the tape. Can we check the tape?
we'll have the commission check the footage and get back to you. For now, we have to move forward with the game. Short range, I'm calling it.
Okay. Short range, perfect. I rolled a 21.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. All right.
Barely.
Barely? All right. That's a 5 plus 6, so that's an 11 points of piercing
And
damage.
he gets knocked down off the...
Oh, dang it.
Ooh, nice.
Turpin makes a brave start of it, rushing out into the open and taking out 2 acolytes with arrow fire. Phalar, you're
murder
up.
machine.
Phalar is going to basically move up to the as close to the river's edge as he can.
Is that the river's edge in this opening where Turpin is?
Correct. Yeah, closer to Turpin.
I believe you have a 30-foot move. 20, you can come right through. You could get right up here all the way up to the bank if you want.
Sure. Yep. I don't think I have any useful spells right now.
So you come rushing up here to the river. You do see that the rocks on the banks are fairly slick. The river is only about 10 feet wide here, possibly jumpable, although I would require an athletics check if you were to attempt that. It is fast-moving and does look a little dangerous.
Okay, that'll conclude my turn.
That's it. Okay. Yep. Strillig.
Ooh, Strillig, seeing the power of not clumping up with his allies, will actually move south, I believe, his full movement to kind of tuck himself behind one of those stalactites.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah. Does he see any acolytes, or does he just see the vile cultist leader on top?
Okay, it's quite a distance from where you are, but between the stalagmites, you can see there's an acolyte here on this side of the tor. There are some more that are somewhat visible, but they'll clearly have some cover from you towards the back of the tor. And then you can, of course, see the high priest himself standing up at the top.
Okay. Following the lead of our little halfling friend, I will attempt to take out one of those the closest cultists by lobbing a chromatic orb of lightning energy at it, please. And if it's too far, then I will miss. Okay. 13 plus 6, so 19 to hit.
That certainly hits that acolyte.
Sweet. 3d8. Yep, those are d8s. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 13. Oh, but because I'm a lightning dragon, I get to add the extra 3 on there. So 13, 14, 15, 16 points of lightning damage.
A bolt of lightning
nice.
comes flying up, crackling from behind these stalagmites here, smacking into this acolyte who sprawls out on the on top of the tour, electrified. Kayam.
Now use my bonus action to smirk.
We'll take that into account later. You will regret that later. I'm glad you did that. Now you're marked.
I hope so.
Kayam, you remain alone now at the base of the entrance into this cavern. Tornarax still high above your head, but your friends having scattered out about before you. What would you like to do?
Kayam is actually going to head south and use his full movement to see if he can get to the edge of the water heading south.
Excellent. 20, 30, 40 will get you about halfway there.
About halfway? Okay.
Just sort of by Tornarax. If you were to dash, you think you could potentially make the jump across the river this round if you wanted to.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my action to dash then, and then attempt to jump across there, so I get to the other side.
So you're now at the river's edge, and at this point, I will need an athletics check. The river here, is fairly narrow, so DC for this athletics check to get to the other side is 12.
Gotcha. Save. Oh, nice. I just made it 13.
Just crossing, just getting to the other side, your boots slipping on the slick rock. You manage to lean into it and prevent yourself from falling backwards into the river. A truly phenomenal sprint.
Oh,
yeah.
What can I see? What can I see looking to his left?
So there's a brazier just on the other side. There's the southern fork of the river, which again is actually fairly narrow here. A very steep cliff face up towards the side of the tor. Now, right in front of you can see that there is a spiral steps cut into this pillar that lead up and up to that bridge that leads to the top of the tor.
Yeah. So yeah, Kayam's probably going to stay the course on his next turn, but that's going to end his turn.
Tornarax.
Going towards the maybe that's south and going towards the bridge, going towards where
towards the south, then following basically where Kayam just ran.
Towards the south, sorry. Yep. Yeah. So staying towards that wall right there and moving south. How far would he be able to go with the 30 movement?
On your broom, you have 50-foot movement.
50 foot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So how far would 50 feet be?
Just a little bit further than Kayam made his initial sprint. So about 2/3 the way to the river, roughly.
Yeah, he's going to again hugging that wall, go move as far as he can.
Great.
And I will cast Mage Armor myself.
Great. So your action is to cast Mage Armor, and you've defended yourself, and you've moved, and that is your full round as far as I'm aware. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, Worm Cult.
Lovely. So at this point, I'd like some of my acolytes to move, and I would like. So Primo is down. Is that right?
That is true. Primo's down, as is Septimus and Octavius.
I would like Secundo to take the place of Primo. I would like Tertius to take the place of Secundo.
Okay, so Secundo is going to have to walk across the top of the. Yep, to here.
That's fine. That's fine.
And Tertius, you wish to bring around to this side. Very good.
Yes, I would like Quartus to go on the corner of the tor by the bridge.
Very good.
The far corner, right there. Perfect. Yep, exactly. Right.
Presumably where he can see and be seen by Kayam and Tornarax.
Okay.
Yes?
Great.
Okay.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And is Sextus currently in sight of those people coming around the by the waterfall?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like him to back up by a move.
Very good.
Go up the stairs and move. Yeah. Which should take him out of.
Joining Quintus.
Yeah.
The two side by side there.
Great. So there's some movement. So I would like, I think that was Quartus, sees the barbarian jumping over the river and points his finger, says the magic word mandatum.
I don't think you mean Quartus, though. Quartus is on the other side of the Tor. You mean perhaps...
Oh, sorry. Tertius.
Or oh, no,
I'm pretty sure Quartus, the guy by the bridge. There's a guy by the bridge, right?
You're absolutely right. You're right. I'm sorry. That is Quartus. Yep.
You should listen to me more, Ref, because I kind of know what I'm doing most of the time. That's why I'm here, just so you know. So anyway, I'm casting command on Kayam, and the command is wash. And so
What's
Kayam...
the save for that?
That is... I'm glad you asked. That is a Wisdom 13. And I know that Kayam has a great wisdom, so please make a wisdom 13 save.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, have I picked the wrong spell against Kayam? Oh, no. I feel so bad.
He rolled a 17, which is a 16.
Kayam manages to resist the compulsion to wash himself here.
This game.
Showers are only on Tuesdays.
Ref, I call on Tertius to cast a blessing upon himself and everybody above him, and I call on Quintus to cast a blessing on everybody else.
Okay, excellent. You've blessed the worm god has blessed all of his remaining acolytes. Any other actions?
Oh yes. The high priest Kayam, since you have shrugged off one of our minor magics, I shall now use one of our more major magics. And the evil high priest points at Kayam and says the magic word exilium, which is banishment from this entire dimension.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And you must make a charisma save 16, or you are gone from this plane of existence.
All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, 17.
Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
He has a +0. I have 17 straight. Oh.
I think this is fixed. This episode is fixed. I don't know what's going on, Ref, but I dispute this nonsense. I want to see these dice in the future. All right.
Man.
Okay. The commission will receive your dispute in written form.
All right. Well, I'm still not done. I want you to know that Secundo casts Sanctuary on himself. And the Secundo also continues the chant that Primo was doing mere seconds before. And he picks up a crystalline goblet that is sitting on top of the altar there. And it is full of squirmy, living, organic sacs about the size of a man's fist in that crystal goblet. And he says the next phrase of the ritual, which is Donec dignissum sem io dolor portitor. And as he concludes that, he picks up the crystalline goblet that looks a little bit like this, picks up one of the squirming, living sacs out of it, and then he consumes it entire, like this.
Clearly, vile goings on at the top of the Tor as we reach the bottom of the round.
Delicious and gross at the same time.
Before we end the round, I'm going into end of turn actions, where unfortunately, Kayam, your woes are not at an end. Perhaps concealed just through natural camouflage, but a massive humanoid figure turns to face you as you come onto this island and stomps forward.
Oh, man. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
And slams his huge stony fists at you.
Oh,
He
no.
was standing there the whole time in plain sight.
I thought it got me.
That is 2 fist attacks at Kayam.
Oh, man. Oh, his AC ain't the best.
Looking up Kayam's armor class. That's a miss. So
That
one of them is a miss.
misses.
The other one, though, is higher than that. So the other one comes in at an 18. So that is a hit with 1 fist. Kayam, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams you with its massive rocky fist. The creak and groan of stone on stone, the only sound that it emits.
He's doing okay. He's still up.
And that brings us back to the top of the round with Turpin Bravebow.
How far across is that water break?
Just how wide is the water right in front of you?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, about 10 feet.
Would it require a dash action to try to leap over that, or was he 10?
No, all that's required is a 10-foot running start. So you need to be at least 10 feet from the lip of the water, which you are currently. And you'll need to have the sufficient movement to cross it, and you'll need to make an athletics check to safely make it to the other side.
I would like to try this.
Very good. Would you like to go due west and land over here, or would you like to kind of go in a straight line through your friend Phalar and maybe end up over here?
Due west, please.
So that is about 15 feet just to there. And another 10 feet will get you across the river. But go ahead and give me that athletics check. Your DC is 12.
Oh, not 20! Okay, so that's 19. Sorry.
Come on!
Nimbly,
Come on!
the halfling prances across to the opposite side towards this bank. So that is your full movement. You still have an action and a bonus action if you want it.
Okay. I look towards that cliff thing.
Yeah, you see.
And I don't see any acolytes.
Okay, so you've hopped across. Now you can see right around you are these heaps of churned up earth, and in some cases, huge green and violet mushrooms growing up out of them.
Well,
and about maybe 30 or 40 feet to the beginning of the steps up the tor.
Okay. I would like to head towards the steps, so I'll use my action to dash.
Very good.
Yeah. So I'll dash 25 feet diagonally towards those steps, avoiding these mushrooms.
Very good. So you're trying to end up sort of roughly over here, is that right?
Correct.
Very good. You'll get just to there.
Perfect.
You get just there. You can see you're just there's a little step right here, right next to you, about 2 feet up, and then further steps upwards. You know, that can be sometimes hard to see these cameras. But
do I see anybody within 90 feet of me?
There's an elf behind you. There's an elf creeping up on your backside. You should watch out for that.
No.
The nearest ones to you are these acolytes flanking the high priest, and then of course the high priest himself, who seems to be looking down this way at Kayam, so not quite looking in your direction. Whether he's 90 feet, I would say, is iffy. I definitely would have to measure that.
Well, we're going to try anyways as a bonus action. I would like to cast Hunter's Mark.
Excellent. You've cast your Hunter's Mark on the High Priest.
Mm-hmm.
Phalar.
Phalar's also going to try to jump across the river here.
Do you want to cut across the diagonal or go more due west? Or east, rather. Due east.
If I cut across the diagonal, is there room for me to climb up? If I don't see any stairs or anything, would I have to make an athletics check to climb up the side?
There is actually a step here. It might, I would say, it would probably cost double to get from here up, because I wouldn't make an athletics check for it because it's small enough, but it's just a bit rocky enough that it would slow you down a little bit.
Oh, actually, yeah. Why don't I do this instead? I'm going to jump across and then head towards the brazier as close as I can.
This brazier right here, I assume.
That's correct. Yeah.
Very good. Go ahead and make me your athletics check. Again, DC 12 to not slip and fall into the water as you cross.
Oh, 19 plus change. Athletics plus 2, so 21.
This river was far more hazardous to our playtesters. Excellent. 5, that's 15, 25, 30 gets you just there. That's a normal move there. So you're about 5 feet from this brazier. You're just at the foot of this one step up that you could step up to, and then maybe 15 feet of movement to get up onto this platform here if you wanted to get up there.
Sounds great. Could I ask which one of was it an acolyte or was it the head priest that was making the incantation for the next step of the spell?
It was actually this acolyte over here on the side. He's still holding the goblet and chewing.
He's on my hit list, but for my action, I would like to cast Guiding Bolt on the golem.
Oh, excellent! Very good.
Thank you. We need that chip. Hopefully it doesn't mess me up too bad.
Now you're going to owe him more.
Well, unfortunately, Phalar slips and rolls a 2.
The bolt of energy
I doubt,
soars past him and smashes harmlessly into the pillar of stone next to the earth creature. Perhaps due to his camouflage, it was hard to distinguish what rock was living and what rock is not.
Galithor of Helm wouldn't have missed that shot. Next time.
Excellent. Strillig.
Okay. He would like to move due south towards the river, if he can, please.
20. Just lost it. 10, 20, 30 just gets you just within about 5 feet of the river's edge.
Perfect. And then, believing in Kayam and his abilities, will actually use his bonus action to Misty Step onto that staircase, wherever as close as he can, behind the golem.
30 feet is, unfortunately, the distance from you to the golem, so it doesn't quite get you to the stairs.
Is there a way to get onto that sort of island with the golem, but not be right within his?
Yes. You could use your Misty Step to move onto this bank of the river over here, which is a good about 15 feet from the reach of the golem.
Okay, yeah. I will Misty Step to that location, please.
You're there.
Give Kaim a thumbs up, encouraging him, and then
Excellent.
I will use my action to dash, skirting around the golem and trying to get up onto the stairs. And if I can end up in a position where I'm a little bit shielded from the acolytes behind the staircase, that would be fantastic.
Just so I'm clear, the Misty Step, that's not an action?
I believe it was a bonus.
That is a bonus. You're absolutely right. Yep, that is a bonus. Very good. Now this can be a little hard to see, but the first step up is actually back here. So you're going to have to kind of circle wide. But you might be able to make it. I understand that you're trying to avoid the reach of the creature. So that's 10, 20, I think 30 will get you kind of right behind him. There. So you kind of widely circled around the creature. And the first step up is just here behind you.
Perfect.
And then you'll start to progress up the steps.
Wonderful.
So, Ref, is Strillig currently in reach of the creature?
It's iffy. I understand that Strillig is trying very hard to not be within reach, and the question is sort of what is the square that the creature stands in. I'm going to say it's iffy, and I might roll dice on that.
I would like to see a dice roll on that, Rev. I think there's an attack of opportunity here.
Well, there's no attack of opportunity until you leave the threatened zone. So regardless, that wouldn't happen until later.
Understood, Rev.
Very good. So I might roll that die later, depending on what happens and how the creature moves on its turn. Chaim, it's your turn.
Having just been punched in the face by this rock monster, Chaim is going to use his bonus action to rage.
Excellent.
And
now, would you like the
see,
frenzied variation of rage or just a normal rage?
just a normal rage for now.
Very good.
Actually, no. I am gonna frenzy.
Okay. So, bonus action, you invoke the frenzied rage. You go into a frenzy, frothing mad, and do what?
Oh, and he is immediately gonna attack that golem. He's also going to reckless, so he's gonna attack at advantage. But the golem gets gets advantage on me as well.
Understood.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, I'm gonna roll damage. That first hit is gonna do 16 damage.
What?
Yeah, 10 plus 6 because he's raging. Or it's a D12 plus 6 because he's raging. And then I rolled a 10.
And tell me about your weapon. Is it magical?
It is magical.
Very
So
good.
it's a +1 great axe.
Then it cuts easily into the rocky exterior of the creature and it howls in pain.
Nice. And then I'm gonna roll my second attack on the golem.
Very good.
About to say, does a 18?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And then he's gonna use D12. Another 10, so another 16.
Good. Very good. Chipping away at the huge golem, bits of rock and rubble and gravel fall with each cut, and yet it seems undeterred, and it continues to move forward and threaten you.
Oh yeah, Kaim's gonna stay right there and fight it.
Excellent. Tornarax, you're up, and you are actually just above this scene.
Yes, I see. Tornarax sees all that going on below. However, Tornarax is focused on the ritual. So Tornarax is going to fly within 60 feet of where the ritual is taking place. The point of focus is the altar where Eric is laying.
Great. So that's right here. So you could go straight line and be flying right above the river. You could also choose to fly due east and kind of be over here above Phalar and still be within that range, but be above ground. You could also choose to fly due south and be right above the rocky golem and likewise still be within that range. So what's your pleasure?
Let me check something. Let me check a range on something here. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go east, over in that direction.
How is that?
How can I tell how the diameter of that top area?
Where Eric is
Do I have
himself
a rough
laying?
estimation? Yes.
Yeah, it's about a 10-foot square platform that he's on. The entire top of the tor is maybe double that.
Right. Tornarax is going to be casting darkness over there near the or kind of almost right on top of the altar, but more or less right on top of where the main priest is that's there in front of it.
Excellent.
Trying to get as many of these cultists. I know that they're a little bit spread out, so you probably can only get like 2 there. So mainly focused right there where the main cultist is standing.
Okay, so by my measurement there, that is going to encompass the high priest and secondus, and that's about it. But you get that
and a little bit of Eric too.
A little bit of Eric. Agreed.
Okay. All right. Yep. Casting darkness. So he's sitting on top of this broom with his hand outstretched towards the altar.
Excellent. Magical darkness spreads in that space. That brings it to the worm cult.
All right, now as the adversary, I would like to point out that I'm currently waiting for the law of large numbers to kick in and all these high die rolls that the party is currently making in the front half of the episode to start being terrible rolls and a bunch of natural ones on the back half of the episode. So I know we know by mathematical law that must happen. So I'm feeling pretty good about that at this point. It almost doesn't really matter what I do now. So thank you for wasting all your good die rolls when it didn't matter, party. Good thinking. on that. Now, Ref, how does that affect if my high priest is in this circle of darkness? How does that affect casting a spell on a point, not an opponent?
So basically, you are completely blind at this point. Your magical darkness can't see anything, so you can't see the point on which to cast. You would have to move out of the darkness in order to see the target of the spell.
All right. Great. All right. I would like the high priest to move out of the darkness to the east.
Come over this direction.
And he says to Secundo, continue the ritual. It is the culmination of our life's work. Let not the work of the worm god be interrupted. And as he reaches that point there, he says the magical words, Custodi Fidei. And he casts a Guardian of Faith on the stairs as far down as he can.
Okay, so it'll reach about this step. A dark, black, worm-like tentacle made out of spectral, insubstantial energy erupts from the ground just there, wavering and ready to damage anyone who may come near it.
The one that's closest to him is, who is that?
This here is Tertius.
Yeah. So he takes a step forward and he says, Mandatum, and he casts a command on Tornarax, and the command is dive.
What is the saving throw for that?
Wisdom 13.
Tornarax will need a wisdom DC 13. Thank you.
13.
Got this stuff.
All right. That is a 14 total.
Oh! Just managing to shrug off the magics. Tornarax maintains the darkness.
Ridiculous. Let's see here. I want Quartus to cast Sanctuary on my high priest. I want the other two who are Quintus and Sextus to move down the stairs until they're in sight of Tornarax.
You only need about 20 feet. Yeah, about 20 feet will bring them there where they can see.
And in unison at the same time, they say Sacrum Flammea, which invokes Sacred Flame at Tornarax. So twice, Tornarax is going to have to make Dex 13 saves or take radiant damage.
All right. So that was a 12 for one.
Nice.
And the other one, I rolled a 3, but I am using my... no, actually, I am going to save that. Yeah, so I fail both of them.
Good thinking. Excellent choice. This is how much radiant damage you take. Oh my God. This number is 3.
Okay.
Don't laugh. It's random numbers. Why are you laughing?
No reason. It's all good.
Anyway, so, and the last thing I have left is I have Secundo carrying on with the ritual as Sigilius demanded. And the next line is Aliquam matis sem efficator nam tinsidunt. And you don't see it, but you hear him at the end of that swallow something like this.
As again, the rocky creature focusing on Kayam lunges forward with two rocky fists, attempting to slam them into Kayam. Oh, much better rolls this time. Oh,
it's at advantage too.
I don't think he needs that, but we'll roll again. To see any nat 20s in there. No, indeed. Both rocky fists slam into Kayam. The first one dealing actually only 8 points of bludgeoning, which you take half of because you're raging. The second fist, much better for 14 points bludgeoning. Again, half to 7 in this case. Meanwhile,
get a good shot of this, Ref. Make sure you get a nice close-up of what's going to happen here.
Turpin, standing out here in the open space, You see the earth, the churned up earth, and the mushrooms start to move. It for a moment, you think the mushrooms are coming to life, but no, indeed, they split. The ground splits. The mushrooms go tumbling. The earth erupts, and springing out of the ground is a massive purple worm.
Oh, hell.
Yes!
Lunges up out of the earth, and its giant maw comes swooping down at you as if to swallow you whole.
Yes! Swallow the halfling, my brother! Swallow it whole!
Oh, God, jeez.
Yes!
I don't taste good.
That is a 19 to hit Turpin.
Well, yeah.
Is going to hit.
They're not picky. I'll say that they're not enormously picky in their diet. None of us are, frankly.
Turpin, you will take 15 points of piercing damage from its sharp, jagged teeth. And
15?
Yeah, indeed. And you'll need to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 14.
Okay.
To avoid being swallowed.
I rolled a 1. However, I have lucky.
You're a halfling. Halfling's luck comes into play.
Oh, stupid halfling.
Roll again. I want to roll again. Better! That is a 22. Dex save.
Excellent. It seems the jaws of the purple worm are just about to close on this tasty halfling morsel, and you just suddenly roll to the side and avoid it. And it continues to waver and attempt to reach and bite you.
That's ludicrous. That only happens on a natural 1. Is that how that works?
Yes, rerolls natural ones.
So it would have been better off if she'd rolled a 2.
Yep.
That's a stupid rule. That's a stupid rule, ref. Get that out of here. What is that nonsense? That's not classic D&D.
Hey, I'm just implementing the rules of the game here.
Don't be a sore loser. It's okay. It's okay.
I believe that is all I have for the end of the round, and it is now Turpin's turn.
Thank God. Oh, man. Well, I'm assuming if I try to leave, I am getting out of this creature's space, correct?
It will get an attack of opportunity unless you use your action to disengage.
He might just miss. It's worth the risk. Maybe you roll another 1. You roll another natural 1, and then you turn around with a 20. I mean, that sounds great, right? I'm sure that'll fine. You'll be fine.
Oh, my Lanta. Okay. Am I within 5 feet of this thing? Right. Like reach wise, or I guess I need to ask because I have my short bow out. But if I switch to a different weapon, does that count as a action or?
Here you are. You have your short bow out. You want to get your short sword out. You can, as part of your move, you can draw your short sword, but the bow will either need to remain in your offhand or be dropped to the ground. Or unless you want to spend an action to actually carefully put it away.
Gotcha. Just wanted to clarify.
I don't know if Turpin has a shield. Does Turpin have a shield?
Turpin does not. We don't believe in shielding.
Very good. So you can continue to hold the bow in your left hand and draw your sword as part of your move.
That's what he's going to do. All right. So short sword is.
For the record, these things don't have reach, so it should be right up there against you. It should be within 5 feet. So I'm just gonna adjust the position there.
I would like to go ahead and try to hit it with my short sword.
Very good.
Come on, baby. Okay. 18?
That is a hit.
Okay. That is a 10 piercing damage.
Very good. You puncture the worm's body and it continues to threaten you.
Extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Okay, that's a 22 to hit.
Also a hit.
No.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage.
2 quick slices against the worm. It seems wounded, but it is still clearly in the fight.
Okay.
No, not my wormy brothers. Do not hurt them. You'll pay for that. You will pay.
So I will drop concentration on Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And use my bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Very good.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say it. So the next time I hit it, that's when things start happening.
Indeed.
Sure.
All right. Are you remaining where you are then, Turpin?
I would like to move around to his backside. Still within his bubble, but his backside.
If you want to just circle him with so as to not provoke an attack of opportunity, your options are to move here up onto the first step that starts to lead up towards this platform, or to go the other way around towards these mushrooms. Which way are you moving?
The step, please.
Very good. Circle around, gaining a little bit of height, and ready to attack the creature. Very good.
Yeah.
Phalar.
Suddenly, the name of the cult makes a little bit more sense. Phalar's going to shout to Turpin to run and live another day, live to fight, and he's going to move towards the Tor and go as far as possible towards the cultists there.
So if you just want to climb this space right here,
Yep.
Like I said, I would charge you sort of a double move to get up this little ledge here. So that's about 15.
Okay.
From there, you could go the stairs. The sort of not vertical cliff facing stuff lead up this way along here past this spectral guardian and then up towards these acolytes. So another 15 feet of your normal move would get you right in this pocket about 15 feet away from the spectral guardian. Is that where you're aiming?
Yes, I want to move to the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast what's it called? Spirit Guardians.
Excellent.
So concentration spell, and it's a 15-foot range.
Excellent. So, what form do your guardians take, Phalar?
Oh, clearly the handsome visage of Galathor. Galathor Ainsley, Paladin of Helm.
Just the visage, though. Floating faces moving around. That's amazing. Spectral floating visages start to encircle and swirl about Phalar. That then brings us to Strillig.
Well, my barbarian friend seems to have this under control, so I will go ahead and continue to move around and up the stairs.
Very good. What I'm going to ask for actually is a acrobatics check to keep yourself so scrunched up against the pillar here so as to not get within reach of the creature.
Absolutely. Let me pull up my abilities first.
And I'm going to give that a DC 13.
Okay. Oh no, I am not very.
That's why I like that ruling. That's why I like that ruling very much. Rev. Nice job.
Oh no! I rolled a 13, but I have a -1 to acrobatics.
Oh, just barely missing it.
There.
So, Strillig, you come around this way and start to climb the steps. 5, 10, maybe 15 gets you there. That's just 15 of your movement circling around, coming up the stairs.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the positioning of the creature, it is just within reach. So as you continue to circle,
I think the tide is turning finally.
you find that the stairs got you a little bit closer within the reach of the creature than you expected. And it does take a backhanded swipe, kind of barely paying attention to the fact that you're back there, but swatting as if at a fly with its rocky fist. Ooh, and it gets a 19 on the die. So unfortunately, solidly thwacks Strillig on Strillig's way up around the stairs. For 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. No worries, friends. I'm stronger than this.
There you are, Strillig. Just a few steps from the top of the pillar and close to the Tor.
Do I happen to have any visibility on that cultist that's on the corner there?
It's actually obscured as I look at a straight line from the cultist towards Strillig. It's actually obscured by the bridge itself.
No worries. Then I will go ahead and use my action to continue going up the stairs, but I will stop just before I get up into the view of the cultist. So I have a little bit of protection.
Okay, so trying to keep the supports of the bridge interposing. So that's about 15 of your move, and I think any further up that stair, and you're gonna be able to see each other.
Okay, I will happily sit right there.
Very good. Kayam, it is your turn.
Kayam is gonna continue his assault on this golem, and he's gonna reckless again.
Very good.
So, let's see. So first hit. All right, that's a nat 20 for that one.
Excellent.
Come on, no,
Yeah.
I don't think so. That's just inappropriate at this point. I don't think that can probabilistically happen.
So roll all the dice twice, please, for that hit, and apply the bonuses once.
Ooh, that's nice. 25 damage.
A massive hit that would have taken down pretty much any other foe you've faced before, Kayam, but clearly this creature is made of tougher stuff.
Okay. I'm going to roll the next hit. The second hit. That is a 24 to hit.
That's certainly a hit.
And then 1d12. This one only did 8 damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to attack again because of frenzy.
Because of the frenzy. Very good.
Okay. Ooh, that was a nat 1.
Oh, right.
I rolled a nat 1.
I was one attack off with my prediction.
Continuing to whittle bits of rock and gravel from this mighty creature, locked in mortal struggle with it. Kayam, you still feel like you're trying to move a mountain here. It's clearly going to take significant time here to destroy this creature, intent on crushing you underneath its stony fists.
Okay, and that's gonna end Kayam's turn. He's gonna try and keep the golem engaged while everybody else is doing their thing.
Excellent. Tornarax, you are next.
What am I seeing to the left of the altar? I see someone standing over there.
So down here is your friend Turpin, Brave Bow, fighting a purple worm. Here at the starting his way up the Tor is your ally Phalar the Fearless.
Yes.
Just a few feet away from the spectral guardian of faith that was summoned by the high priest, wavering like a sickly black tentacle here. Further up the steps, there are a pair of acolytes. And then near the top of the Tor, we have the high priest and an acolyte, as well as one acolyte still within the darkness sphere that you've created, and another acolyte back here by the bridge.
Tornarax is going to kind of go to the right there. He's trying to get on the other, like to the right of this darkness, to try so that those 3 acolytes to the east can't see him.
So perhaps diving down a bit and kind of being over near this breacher.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
That sounds great.
So Tornarax, you can just sort of come down and at an angle here. That probably about does it.
And we're going to be using, since not concentration, he's going to cast Eldritch Blast on the acolyte by the bridge there. With this Eldritch Invocations, he gets a +4 to damage if it deals a hit.
Very good.
So let's see here.
And an Eldritch Blast aimed at the acolyte there on the corner.
Yes. I'm not sure that's going to hit, but let's see here.
What's good?
That is a 13 total.
Wait,
to hit.
Use Channel Divinity, War God's Blessing. Hopefully you're within 30 feet of me.
A bit of mountain in the way here, but wow, that is so close.
I think you should allow it, Ref. It's close enough. You should allow it. Come on. As long as as long as at some point you're generous with me, I think we should allow it. get the game moving, Ref.
A very unusual request from the big bad here to be generous with this measurement.
That's the kind of person I am. I think I think I'm doing pretty well here, and I think the party needs a little assistance.
It is so close. It is so close that I'm gonna drop it to a simple 50-50 die roll, and I'm gonna ask you, Ed, to roll it. So give me a d20 roll on an 11 or higher. You're within range, and on a 10 or less, you are not. It is on the hair's edge.
16.
Very good. Very good. You get a plus 10 on this, Tornarax.
That was a wasted channel divinity. It was a hit anyway. Yeah. Total waste. Total waste,
That's a
cleric.
23 to hit total.
Did it again.
All right.
And how much damage?
It's since I'm at 6th level, there's 2 beams coming out, and that is a 16 plus 4, so total 20.
That is a hit as well. What was our damage on the first beam, though? I missed that.
On the first beam that hit, that would be a 10 damage. On the second beam, that's a 24 total to hit.
That is a hit. I will accept that as an actual hit.
I would stop you there because the first hit actually kills the acolyte. Unfortunately, I don't see any targets for the second beam. Actually, you could, in theory, send the second one at the earth elemental if you wanted to.
All right, excellent, thank you. Then he will kind of turn around, look at the golem, and then look back at the worm. Target the worm. That was a 24 to hit for that one.
Yep, I'm just going to double check, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, absolutely within range.
And 14 damage.
Oh. Don't hurt the worm! It is an innocent! It is a child! How can you do this vile deed?
Excellent. And I think
you're in favor of harming baby animals on the show now. Is that what I'm seeing, Ref? You're amused by the party harming baby animals. Nice.
Yeah.
Classy.
No judgment here from the referee. It is your turn, Colt.
Oh, right. Interesting. Yes. Well, things are going very well for us. So I think that we should. I direct Secundo to continue our ritual, and so Tornarax is currently out of sight of everybody. Is that the deal?
Correct. He would be in sight for the one acolyte in the darkness if it weren't for the darkness.
Understood. I'm going to cast Banishment on Phalar.
Phalar is just down the tor from you, and you can certainly see and target him.
This is my last banishment available, and I want that elf off the board. This will be a Charisma 16 save, Phalar, or you're gone.
Ooh, this is going to be tight. It was a 14 on the die, and he has a 0.
With a crackle of dark energy, a vision of worms tangling about him, Phalar vanishes into nothingness.
No.
Great. So the high priest concentrating on the spot where Phalar once stood. Anything else there?
I direct Quintus and Sextus to go down the stairs until they can see Tornarax. Hopefully, with a single move, they can see Tornarax.
Okay. Do you wish them to go down the stair towards the platform, or to come across behind this?
Oh, come across if that's an option. Come across, yeah. Take the direct route.
Yeah. So you can see Tornarax from there, just through the branches of that outgrowing tree.
Excellent. I want Quintus to go. Yep, great. And I have cover probably from the tree.
Yeah, I would say a little bit of cover there from that scraggly tree that is growing out of the side of the mountain between you and Tornarax.
All right. I will have one. I direct one to cast Sacred Flame, and I direct the other one to cast Command. And the command is fall. So for that, you need to make a Wisdom 13 save, or you fall.
Sounds like a great time. I rolled a 12, but I have Dark One's Own Luck, which allows me to roll a d10 and add to my roll. So that gives me 14.
Is that true, Ref? Is that an actual thing?
Dark One's it's a warlock feature.
Good.
Yep.
Excellent. So now you must make a Dex 13 save, or you'll be taking radiant damage from my sacred flame. It's a dark bolt of radiant energy.
That is a 8.
Excellent. Now, see, last time I rolled a 1 and then a 2 on the D8, so I'm pretty sure mathematically this time it should come out either 7 or 8.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, it's a 1. It's a 1.
Little bit of gambler's fallacy going on here.
No problem.
Very good.
No
Very
problem.
good.
No problem.
Do I do my reaction now for Hellish Rebuke?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
All right. So Tornarax is going to Hellish Rebuke back to the acolyte that just harmed him. You must make a dexterity saving throw. Beating 15.
I'm blessed, so I'm going to be adding a D4 to this.
Okay.
The total is 15.
Oh, yeah.
Is that negate the damage, or is that half damage?
On a failed save, half as much damage on a successful one. So yeah, let me roll the 2d10s here. That is a 6 fire damage.
Dan, he will also need to make a concentration check as the caster of that bless spell.
I'm blessed, so I get that to the check to the concentration. Am I right?
That is, I've not heard that before. That is a great question.
Well, you could quit and let me take over the adjudications. I mean, I'm perfectly happy to do that. Just hand the whistle right over here, Ref. I'm happy to step in at all times. And the answer is sure. I'll just start doing it right now. Yes, bless affects concentration saves, and therefore I maintain the bless.
You will pry this whistle from my cold dead hands, Big Bad.
That can be arranged. I'm working on it.
Must make a constitution save. Yep. Okay, book definitely says it is a saving throw. Bless applies. Fascinating.
Thank you, Ref. An excellent ruling that I knew a minute ago already.
Do you have any other actions?
Right? It's still my turn.
It is your turn.
Yes.
Do you have any other actions?
It is still my turn. Right. I want Tertius to run around the south side.
Very good.
Yep. Take out his mace.
Mm-hmm.
And start smashing against the platform, the pillar to the bridge.
Oh, he hasn't quite reached the bridge. The bridge from his position is more than 30 feet, so we will have to dash to get there.
If I can't get to the bridge, move me another 15 feet. All right. So that's not in range of the bridge. Are you serious?
You're 5 feet from the bridge.
I cast sacred flame at Tornarax. Fine, have some more fire. That's fine, no problem.
You're really gonna not like my call on this one.
Don't say it. Don't say it, Ref. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I'm 5. I'm 2 inches, right? I'm 2 inches away from seeing Tornarax. Is that the deal?
Cannot see Tornarax from your current spot. I'm afraid.
I cast Sanctuary on myself. How about that?
Very good.
That?
Very good.
And lest we forget, from within that globe of supernatural darkness, which is causing me all kinds of problems, you hear the continued chant, Ut interdum maximus sapient. And there's kind of like a little choking sound, like there's kind of like some splattering sound and some coughing and some choking. And then it finishes with Ut scelersere leo elementum. And you hear something foul being digested, like this. Oh, God.
So gross.
All right, at the bottom of the round, the Earth Elemental continues to try and pulverize Kayam.
It's at advantage.
Really doesn't need the advantage. Okay, well, it'll take the critical. So.
Oh no.
So one hit and one critical. So the critical.
All right, let's see here. Wow. See how we're doing.
34 points of damage from the critical hit. Bludgeoning.
Oh, that's half.
You will take half. You will take half because you're raging.
Oh. Thank God.
Which is 17.
Yeah.
The normal hit does 16, so you'll take 8 from that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you still up, Kyle?
Oh yeah, he's still up. That 32 though. Woo.
That was rough.
Took me
that
out.
was rough.
Yeah, he's not looking great though.
Meanwhile, the purple worm again tries to pivots and tries to swallow Turpin Bravebow.
No, thank you.
What is that? That is a 12, which is not a hit.
Misses.
Oh.
Stick my tongue out.
So does the worm. It's like 8 feet
Does a worm have
long.
does a worm have a tongue?
It's like 8 feet long and it's covered with spikes.
Turpin,
Ew.
missing you, its head dives forward and slams straight into the ground. It begins to burrow through the dirt, diving into the dirt and leaving its tail with a wicked-looking black poisonous stinger flailing about at the end to still menace you.
Not cool.
And it is your turn, Turpin.
Yeah, I would like to run away from this thing,
Very good.
if I may.
You may. Are you using your action to disengage, or are you just running?
I'm just running.
Very good. He will try to sting you.
That's cool.
Oh, and that's a natural 20.
Awesome! Awesome!
Oh.
See, I said this 20 minutes
to
ago,
right.
and no one believed me this was going to start happening. I could
Left to
see
right.
the future. If you understand how this game works, people, it's very simple.
All right, Turpin.
Is that tail poisoned, Rev? Is there poison in that tail? Am I remembering?
So Turpin,
Oh, great. Wonderful.
you will take...
Oh, this is giving me horrible flashbacks. Oh no.
24 piercing just from the stinger.
24.
Oh no.
And 35 poison, which you may make a con DC 15 for half. That is not a roll you wanted to see a critical hit on.
Oh, good lord.
That's a
Oh.
poison.
I'm down.
All right.
So do you want me to still make
Oh, just from the piercing. Just from the piercing. Turpin turns to flee, gets stung through the back, drops to the ground,
Oh,
poisoned.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to 7 with that first hit, and then the
Okay.
poison
And then I
brought
gotcha.
me down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the poison drops Turpin. Turpin struggles towards the platform and then just goes pale and drops to the ground.
Excellent.
Phalar.
It's all coming together. It's all coming
Phalar's
together.
banished.
Who's up next?
Phalar is banished in a strange worm realm, trying to find his way out. So that brings us to Strillig.
Being smarter than almost everyone around me, I'm going to take a gamble that there is still a cultist somewhere near that platform and shoot towards the middle of the darkness and thread through a lightning bolt. So anything within 5 feet of that 100-foot lightning bolt will have to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid my lightning damage.
Excellent. Okay, so you hurl a lightning bolt into the darkness, hoping that maybe it might hit the cultist. So what I will do is go ahead and roll your damage, and I am going to give the cultist essentially evasion on this. So the cultist will have advantage on the save, and will take half on a fail or none on a success.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Reasonable.
And just curious,
We accept.
because it's 100 feet, as it shoots out the other side, is that other
That is an excellent question.
cultist on the other side within 5 feet?
So
As I roll.
now I gotta get down here and find a line.
Yes.
Is it blocked? Is it entirely blocked by the bridge? Is the bolt blocked by the bridge, Rev?
So it
For sure.
it
Even-
would catch, in theory, comes off the side of the globe, which would be in theory where that cultist is if he hasn't moved.
That's
but then is
fair.
wide for the high priest.
He can't get to the. He did say he was trying to hit the middle of the darkness.
Without
be able to-
moving, he's not going to be able to do that.
Okay.
You would have to get higher up to get visual. Again, as Dan points out,
sure.
the bridge itself starts to block your vision.
If
Good call. Good call.
because I did try to do it in the middle, I'd be happy to move up if that's what needs to happen. But if you want to call that I didn't say that beforehand, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Since you didn't mention moving forward, I was assuming you were still trying to
That's
have
fine.
some cover there. So
That's fine.
That's my call.
All right. That's cool. All right. So that is 10, 20, 30, 43 points of lightning damage.
And what is the save?
It is a DC, I want to say 14 dex save.
Pretty good.
Yes.
The first die is a natural 2, and the second die is a total of 19. So I have saved and take no damage.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
unfortunately,
Ref.
that
Good
lightning
call.
bolt blasts through the darkness, and being unable to see the precise position goes through harmlessly. Strillig, would you like to do anything else?
You hear a
Stay
spitting
right-
sound, like there's some sort of some sort of core or large seed gets spit out at that.
All right. I will stay where I am for the moment and
Very good.
position myself next time.
Very good. Kayam.
All right, so Kayam having taken that monster hit, he's barely hanging on, but he's gonna keep on pushing. So he's gonna attack again recklessly, to see if he can take down this golem. Hopefully,
The cost of these reckless hits.
we have to do it.
it. Seems to be mounting.
17 to hit.
That is a hit.
That first hit is 16 damage for the first hit.
Very good.
All right, I'm rolling for the second hit. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then let me roll the damage on that one. That one is also 16 damage.
Very good.
And I'm going to bonus action attack again for my frenzy. Okay. Oh, nat 20. There we go. That's what we were fishing for. Nat 20. And let me roll the 2 d12s. Okay. Nice. Okay, that is 23 damage for that last hit.
Ooh.
Gravel and bits of rock dropping from every joint of this creature. It seems almost diminished, not quite as massive as when it first attacked you, yet still the onslaught comes.
Okay, and Kaim is just gonna stay right there and hopefully not die next turn.
All right. Tornarax, you're up.
Tornarax is going to drop darkness,
Very good.
and then Tornarax is going to fly. Tornarax is going to fly around the cultist that's right there closest to him, the one that's been doing the incantations.
Mm-hmm.
Fly to where he's not going to be flying within within 5 feet of him. He's going to try to go around him and land on the platform beside Eric.
Oh, I see. Sort of come around this.
Yep.
Come around to the right, up this way, and up there.
Going to land on the platform and cast fear.
You can land, in fact, right there, right up there, right next to where Tornarax is. Is that where you would like to land? Right there in front of.
That's perfect.
Very good.
That's great. Casting fear. So anyone within 30 feet of him has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Assuming you're blasting it forward, you will get the cultist and the high priest, but not the cultist standing behind you back here.
That's fine.
Back here.
That's fine.
It's wisdom 15, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I am rolling for the acolyte first. Wisdom. Oh, I have excellent wisdom. I'm so glad you picked this because my wisdom saves are top notch. So here comes the acolyte. And that's a total of 19, easily saved.
Okay.
And then the even more robust Sigilius the Vermicular, the evil high priest. Oh, man. 21. So
Okay.
another spoiled spell. Thank you very much, Tornarax.
You're welcome.
Anything else, Tornarax?
Nope. Tornarax is going to stand his ground up there.
Worm cult.
The high priest turns around and you are the one. You are the leader of this holy incursion, and you are the one that will suffer the most. Hear my words of power, hominem tenere, and I cast Hold Person at Tornarax. I'm gonna whiz 16, or you are paralyzed.
That's a 14.
Excellent! Well done, adversary. This is one of my best performances yet.
Now, Dan, that was the high priest that cast that. Hold Person, I believe, is a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
So, Phalar returns.
Great.
Nice, he's back.
I want Tertius to run up and take away Tornarax's broom.
Fascinating. Tertius comes dashing up, reaching for the broom. Let's rule this as if it was, say, like a grapple attack. So give me an attack roll, a melee attack roll, to grab onto the broom.
Okay. Even though Tornarax is paralyzed, held.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tornarax is paralyzed. I totally forgot about that.
Tornarax totally paralyzed.
Indeed. Okay.
So I have the broom.
Then I will say, yes, indeed, you snatch up the broom.
And I heard the command word earlier.
It was very far away when it was invoked, all the way back at the entrance. In fact, I recall the stealth check that was rolled, which was insufficient to be hidden from the high priest, but was sufficient for the passive perception of the cultists. So unfortunately,
you're gonna go that way.
No,
you're gonna go that way, Rev.
The cultists have not heard the magic word. Cultists have not heard the magic word.
You know what? It's a secondary issue. I have the broom, and I run back to the bridge with it.
Very good. You return to the bridge.
I want the two lower cultists. Here we are. So it's Quintus and Sextus, and I want them both to cast Sacred Flame at Phalar. So Phalar needs to make 2 DC 13 saves or take radiant damage. And we all know, as duly noted, that these are probably 7s and 8s of damage coming up. Just so you know, Phalar. So you better hope you make these Dex 13 saves.
Those are both fails.
Ooh. Excellent. Here they come. I mean, we know what they're going to be already. It's been stated. All right, 5 and 4. Getting close. We're going this predicted direction. There's a total of 9 points of radiant damage against Phalar. Pretty good. And great. And he's held. Great. And so Secundo again says the next line of the ritual, Pelentesque vel sagitus tortor in rutum lacus. And he takes the crystalline goblet that he's been holding all this time and takes another pulsing, living worm sack and consumes the whole thing with great joy, like this.
Excellent.
It's worse every time.
Is that the end of the worm cult's turn?
The end of the worm cult's turn.
Very good. Mm-hmm. Excellent. At the end of the round, the worm, having stung Turpin, actually dives back into the ground. The earth elemental attempts to finish pulverizing Kayam. And we're still at advantage. So here we go. I think those are both hits, so I'm now re-rolling simply to check for the crit. No crit this time. So 2 straight hits. That is 18 points on the first one. 18 bludgeoning. You'll take half for 9. And only 7 for the second one. So you'll take 3 on the second. Does Kayam still stand?
He is looking extremely rough. Probably a hit away from death, but he's still alive.
But still
just
up.
Barely, though.
At the top of the round, Turpin, will you please make a death save?
11.
Okay, 1 success. Very good. Phalar, what would you like to do?
Phalar would like to move equidistance between Turpin and Kayam. Turpin and Kayam. He's going to try to move right between them and cast Mass Healing Word.
Ooh.
Interesting.
What?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate you so much.
So equidistant
I
between
have
those
4
2
HP
points
left.
would be down on the coast over here. Does that seem?
Oh, yeah.
reasonable? Is that where you're trying to reach?
Yeah, it's going to be close, but yeah, I think that'll work.
We'll see how far we can get you with 30 feet. So 5, 10, 20 to climb down this step. 25, 30. You almost get there. You're a little closer to Turpin than you are to Kayam.
That's fine. I'll cast it anyway.
Very good. Very good. And what's the range on that?
60 feet.
Definitely have Turpin. Let's check Kayam. Yep. You're good.
Let's see. So 4 plus my spell casting modifier, which is Wisdom, I believe, for clerics.
Correct. Yep.
So 7 points of healing.
I'll take 7 points.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Turpin revived there on the ledge. Kayam with a much needed boost. Excellent. That brings us to Strillig.
Okay. With great frustration, I will stomp my way up those stupid stairs and onto the bridge and position myself to catch both of them with my next lightning bolt. Thank you.
It seems like if you try and get a straight line from Strillig to both of them,
No.
your best bet would actually be to go to the side of the bridge here.
Perfect. He is quite intelligent, so he would know that that is the best position. So I would need
Indeed. Biflex and bolt.
dexterity saving throws from both.
All right. The rolling for Secundo here, I get 21. See, it's all coming
21.
down. It's all coming around to the big bad now. And for the high priest, 7.
And what
7
was
does
the,
not make
Is that good?
What was the total damage?
38 points of lightning damage. So
38.
half for...
Oh no!
Even half is sufficient to completely vaporize that acolyte. He drops to the ground, the goblet dropping where he stood, starting to spill its strange organisms. How is the high priest doing, Dan?
All the hair on my body has been burned off, and my tunic is torn with holes now. And now my vengeance shall truly be unleashed.
And you will need to make a concentration check to maintain the whole person spell. DC 19, I think, on that.
20.
Oh, just by the skin of his teeth, holding on to the spell to hold Tornarax still.
His tunic is somewhat torn. You can see that he's wearing chainmail underneath, and there's sparks going up and down his metal armor.
So anything else, Strillig?
No, I'll just gloat from here. Thank you.
Very good, very good, very good. Kayam.
Okay, so Kyle kind of only has one option here. He's gonna continue fighting this rock monster. So he's gonna reckless again. God, I hope this doesn't backfire. He's gonna reckless again. All right. That is a 23 to hit this time.
That hits.
Okay. Okay, so that does 11 damage. Second hit, that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Roll another d12. Okay, that is a 15.
15 to hit.
And he's going to use his...
Oh, wait. Sorry, 15 damage on the second hit?
15 damage, yeah.
That second hit is enough to finally render this creature to nothing more than a heap of rubble.
Thank God. It beat me up so bad.
At long last, you have removed the impediment.
Kayam is going to move his full movement up the stairs if he can, or as far as he can get up the stairs, and then he'll end his turn on wherever he lands.
Okay, he starts to ascend the steps.
That stupid barbarian destroyed my most great creation. You'll pay for that.
It wasn't easy, he says, just foaming at the mouth because he's still frenzied.
Couldn't have happened at all. It was impossible. It was entirely impossible. No one has ever defeated my elemental before. No one.
There we go. It's like, I'm not like everybody else. I'm Kyle the Vanquisher, and I vanquished it. It's in my name.
Wow. Wow.
You are up. You are held by the magical spell, but at the end of your turn, you can make another Wisdom saving throw to try and throw it off.
Okay. That's a 16.
What was
That
the
is
DC
what
then?
that is what
That's
Tornarax
16.
needs. It's 16.
Tornarax, at the end of your turn, you manage to throw off the spell. You are no longer held. Unfortunately, that takes your turn. And it is the worm cult's turn.
Excellent. So Quartus takes out his mace and starts smashing up the pillar holding up the bridge on his end.
Excellent. So he smashes some pieces off of it. One of the ropes is detached. Some of the supports of the bridge start to give way.
And I'm going to have my 2 lower cultists both cast Command at Phalar.
Excellent.
And the command is swim!
And the save is?
It's Wisdom 13.
Plus 0, if I remember correctly, for Phalar. 16. And then the second time?
Yep. 2 casts, unfortunately.
Yep.
17.
Are you kidding me?
Phalar resists the compulsion to dive into the water.
Yes.
I think that's all of your cultists.
The goblet is just rolling around.
Yeah, it's just laying there. Its organisms spilling out onto the ground.
And Tornarax is actually free at this point, is that right?
The Tornarax is free.
He doesn't have his broom.
He does not have his broom, that's true.
Right? Not flying on his broom, and I don't have a second cultist running the ritual or the goblet. So, in anticipation of Tornarax's next move, which is likely to scoop up Eric and escape with him, I point at Tornarax and say, "You think that you have achieved victory by reaching your foolish friend, but no, you have doomed yourself as well as your foolish friend." And I walk over, as the evil high priest, I walk over to the altar, and I grab the lever, and I throw the switch.
Eric, no!
What about Tornarax?
Oh, Tornarax too! No! No! Oh my God, no! No!
Yes! Right into my trap.
Tornarax, you find yourself plummeting down into a deep, dark pit, and landing with a solid thud deep below on what appears to be remains of many corpses, riddled with worms and other grubs and insects. You are going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage for the fall.
Okay.
How are you doing, Tornarax? Are you still conscious?
Yes, I'm still conscious.
Very good.
What?
But how's Eric?
Eric clearly fell as well. He was laying there unconscious. He does not look well. But he still, you think maybe still see some signs of life from him.
But soon to be perished. Am I right, Ref? Soon to be perished.
I will be rolling death saves for Eric. So
No.
Good. Glad to hear it.
are you done, Wormcult?
That was my turn, Ref. I feel really satisfied
Excellent.
by that turn.
So
Really
I have no
good.
worm, I have no elemental, but I will roll a death save for Eric. Eric is not looking great. He gasps. His broken body lying on the ground bleeds, but he's still breathing for the moment. Turpin.
I will use, I guess, half my movement to stand up.
Yep. You can see the churned up earth where the giant worm stinger last was that impaled you, not far off.
Yeah, I want to get away from that hole. So move towards, I guess, south. Do south, right? Move up the rest of my movement.
You just want to move straight south this way? Along sort of the down edge, or do you want to get up on this platform?
Let's get up on that platform if I can. But I'm hoping that's not like... Okay, good.
Yep.
I will do Ensnaring Strike for my bonus action.
Very good.
Action, I take my true and steady short bow and I aim it at that high priest. I try to attack.
Very good.
Ref, was the halfling short bow dropped on the ground in a prior round such that he does not have it?
No. It was within grasp where he lay. He picked it up as he lifted himself from the ground.
I'm coming in to get you. So that's a 19 plus 9, so 28 to hit.
Gonna check here. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, good.
We'll accept that.
So first, that's my first attack. That is 7 points of piercing damage. And because Ensnaring Strike has been activated, there is now thorny vines that appear at the point of impact. And so you will have to make a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Strength saving throw coming up. I have rolled 12. Is 12 good?
Failed. Strength 13 is what you needed. All right, so you are restrained. Extra attack. I shoot my bow again.
Very good.
9, 12 to hit.
No, it shatters against his breastplate.
A restrained creature is speed 0, and attack rolls against it do have advantage. So your second shot should be at advantage. Due to his being restrained.
Thank you, Ref. Thank you. Great, because that's a 24. So with that damage, 12 points of piercing damage.
That hurts. Thorns! Non-natural thorns coming from nowhere. This cannot be.
That's my whole turn.
Phalar.
This is tough. I want to get up there so I can do some healing, but I don't think I can make it in one turn, if at all. Let's do Sacred Flame on either one of those remaining cultists, and I'll move up the hill as far as I can.
Towards the, so sort of around this brazier, and then this is a 10-foot cliff here.
Sure.
Behind the brazier. So you could climb that if you wanted to try and climb it.
Yep, let's do that.
That would require an athletics check.
Okay, you got it. So let's see. Let's do Sacred Flame first.
Very good. On one of these two acolytes, is that right?
That's right. 14 to hit.
Which acolyte do you like? Left
or
right?
Is that a save? Right.
Very good. And I believe that's a saving throw. Right?
Oh, that is a saving throw. Right.
Yeah, I believe that's a saving throw.
Dex 14.
4. Is that good?
No.
It's going to be 11 points of damage. 11.
I'm just kidding. I knew it wasn't good, of course.
And that, I believe, kills that cultist. It takes you 10 feet to get here. Roll me an athletics check, please. DC 12 here.
Ooh, I don't think I'm going to make it. That's only a 7.
All right. So you scrabble at the cliff. There are certainly there's some vines growing on it, which you grab onto, and then they just rip free, and you find yourself stymied from getting up the hill.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
Strillig.
All right. Seeing the thorns hit his side, Strillig will use his final lightning bolt at the priest. But this time he will infuse it with the meta magic of a heightened spell and spend 3 sorcery points to give him disadvantage at his saving throw. Please.
Say what now?
Very good. Very good. You have disadvantage on this save, Dan.
That's not great. Take out my best dice. And what's the DC on that?
14.
My bonus is 0, so I actually need 14s on both of these dice in order to save against this, which would be really nice right now. They're both 9s. So unfortunately, I failed that save, and I take the full force of the lightning bolt on me. Ah! Ah!
Well, 3, because that's 30 points of lightning damage for my final 30.
No! and you momentarily see all of his metal armor spark with like a fireball, and he shakes in midair. You can see his skull and all of his bones through his body, and he collapses on the Tor in a smoking wreck. God, worm, God save me!
Yes! The high priest has been destroyed.
Yes.
Chills.
Dang it.
Chills.
If it matters, he would run abandoned across the bridge to try and save his friends that fell into the pit.
Oh, yes, excellent. So you want to full move across the bridge?
Yes, please. Not caring that it's a little bit wobbly.
Very good. 30 feet, I think, is your move. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. So you get about halfway across the bridge.
Is there a roll ref? Because there's no rope on the left-hand side. Perhaps careens off.
No, it is definitely harrowing, but it is still sturdy. It is still capable of bearing weight. Kayam.
Kayam is gonna move his full movement up the stairs.
Get you to the top. You circle around. Dashing will get you all the way across the bridge, which at the other end is there is a cultist there. Do you want to get all the way to the point where you are up in the face of this cultist and threatening him?
Yes.
Very good.
I'm going to use my bonus action to attack him.
Kayam rushes across the bridge into the face of the cultist, swings his axe at him in a frenzy.
Does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And
Don't
then
do this. Don't do this thing.
That is 12 points of damage.
And just the corpse of the cultist goes flying off of the sheer cliff of the Tor.
Oh, nice.
In a bloody spray.
Damn it.
Kayam's gonna scream, "That was for Eric and that was for Tornarax!" Ah! Still foaming out of his mouth.
Excellent.
I was really looking forward to taking out the other support of that bridge. I was that close. I was this close.
You find yourself, Tornarax, laying at the bottom of a pit with Eric.
That's fancy.
What do you do?
Looking around besides bodies, is there anything else in this room?
Looks like mostly just corpses. Just many corpses littered with insects and crawling worms that are slowly devouring and decomposing. In fact, the whole ground is just covered with it. You're not even sure how deep it goes. You find your footing a little unsteady as you're standing on top of this mound of decomposing bodies.
How high is it to the opening where I fell through?
It looks like a good 50 feet up to the top.
Of course it is. I don't have my broom anymore.
You don't.
What a sad day.
However, I guess I will remind you that you can summon it with a command word. That is one of its abilities.
Oh, right. That's right. Gosh darn it. Okay.
I think, Ref, I'm going to dispute that. That's only if it was sent with a command word in the first place.
You can send the broom to travel a destination. If you speak a command word in the location of a familiar place, the broom comes back to you when you speak another command word, provided the broom is still within a mile of you. I'm not sure that those are tied together in that way. I think those are tied together. That's one power, and it must be sent away with a command word, and then can be brought back. No, I believe it can be summoned.
You can't mix and match.
I believe it can be. That's my ruling, that it can be summoned.
So
that's an incorrect ruling, Ref. Get your head screwed on. Get your head screwed on right, because that is an incorrect ruling. Those are clearly, it has to be sent away.
I'm yellow carding you. Yellow carding you. This is a warning. You want to get thrown out of this show?
No.
Very good, sir.
So Tornarax, as loudly as he can, is going to yell up to the ceiling, "Come hither, my love!" And that's the command word for it to come back.
Of course it is. Okay, so the broom starts racing towards you. Now, unfortunately, it's quite far because it fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
So it's going to take it a moment to get to you. But you feel that it is coming. Do you want to do anything else?
In the meantime, Tornarax would just kind of cradle Eric and is there...
Eric, who you can see is clearly not doing very well.
Yes. He doesn't have anything in his pockets or anything, does he?
No, he is here. He's still wearing his armor, but other than that, all of his equipment is missing.
He'll just be like, hold on, Eric. We'll get you some help.
Excellent. It is the Worm Cult's turn.
Quintus says, "Now I am the High Priest of the Worm Cult, and I have been waiting for these 45 years, and it is finally upon my shoulders to do the bidding of the Worm God. Feel the Worm God's flame, halfling!" And I cast Sacred Flame at Turpin.
Excellent, Turpin. Give us a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, I may.
Dex
I will. 12.
Oh, how much damage?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure that you have less than 8 hit points left. So when this D8 comes up 8, Turpin's going to be dead again. All according to plan.
Oh, God.
It's a 5. It's a 5. It looks pretty much like an 8. It's got the curls, right? It's got the same kind of curls. I felt it.
We are now getting close to time, so I'm going to call this last round, unfortunately. Last round. And we start at the top with Turpin.
Okay.
I got more flame where that's coming from. I got more flame coming at the end of the round.
I cast bonus action. I cast Hunter's Mark. It's my last spell slot for spell level. Hunter's Mark on the last remaining supposed High Priest, whatever. And then I am going to shortbow. Shortbow. Attack. Okay. 20. Dirty.
And that will hit.
Okay. Okay. Let me just see. Hunter's Mark is an extra D6, right? So, okay. 18 points. No, I'm sorry. I have to actually roll it. I got really excited. That is another 6. 18. 18 points of piercing damage. Die.
Nice.
Your arrow strikes true.
My reign was brief but glorious.
Phalar.
Not really much I can do. I'm just gonna kind of dash up the tour as much as I can. On the way, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Turpin.
20,
Oh,
30,
thank you.
30 there. You will reach where this spectral guardian still stands, still wavers threateningly.
Oh. Actually. Suck it up, Turpin.
Okay.
Could I cast Guiding Bolt from where I'm standing at it?
You can, if you like.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. I will cut it very short for you because the thing is completely insubstantial and your guiding bolt just goes flying through it.
Oh.
There's nothing more than a spell effect, a trap that will harm you if you come near it.
Okay, that's it.
But you blast it with your energy and then go, damn, as the energy just flies through it harmlessly.
I cough a little louder.
Strillig, you are up here at the top of the bridge. The bridge that is slightly tilted, but still sturdy. What do you do?
He will move forward towards the pit.
25 feet to get up here next to get off the bridge and be next to Kayam. It's another 5 feet will get you to the lip of the pit.
Okay. If I'm at the lip of the pit, can I see down?
Now you come up here and you peer down the pit, and you can see indeed. Let's see. Do you have Dragonborn have dark vision? Do you have dark vision?
They don't.
Okay.
I don't
So
believe.
unfortunately, it's very dark down there, but you can hear faint moans of your friends deep underneath.
Knowing that I may not be able to see all the way down, so it might hurt, I will misty step my way to the furthest point that I can see down that pit.
Okay.
And use a free action to pull out the healing potion that's in my pack.
Okay, so you misty step down, which only takes you 30 feet. Unfortunately, it's a 50-foot deep pit, so you will fall 20 feet as you reach the bottom.
Well chosen, player.
Taking 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you come crashing to the bottom.
I feel fine. I feel happy.
I like it when a play group does my job for me. This is wonderful, and I really appreciate it.
And because
Jealous.
my Misty Step was a bonus action, could I use my action to give the healing potion to our dear friend who's on the edge of his life?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. That's
You
what I will do.
administer. You having taken the damage from the bonus action Misty Step to fall down there, you drop next to Eric and you reach over and you pour the potion into his mouth, preventing him from dying. Kayam, you are at the top of the tour.
Say, I guess.
You just watched
Kayam
Drilly
will-
jump down in there or disappear down there.
Yeah. So Kayam is gonna end his rage and
Okay.
taking the level of exhaustion
Very good.
because he was frenzied. And
You
then
could prevent
he's going
that. I'll
to.
just point out, Kayam, you could prevent that by jumping into the pit and taking damage.
You
You don't have to be exhausted. You don't have to be exhausted. There are ways.
I could just end it all. I can end it all
There are
down
tricks.
the pit right now. Kyle's gonna move up to the hole,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't have dark vision, being a human, so he's gonna like scream down. Do you guys need any help getting back up? I'm so tired. I can reach down and pull you up, but that's all I got. And he's gonna end his turn right there. Just at the lip. Just kind of leaned over. Just oh god, my bones, everything hurts.
Tornarax, you are at the bottom of the pit, and
Yes.
as you're standing there, finally your broom comes whooshing down. In fact, Kayam, you see the broom come up over your shoulder, go flying down the pit, and it reaches Tornarax.
Oh, Tornarax will catch the broom and just give it a loving caress. I'll fly up and then command it to come down to get to the two of you. Sound good?
Sounds perfect. Yes.
Excellent. So you fly with your broom up, and then you use the broom's magic to ferry your friends to safety.
Yes.
And that's our game. That's it. Well done, Bird Streams.
Oh my goodness.
No
That's- it was getting stressful. It was getting stressful at the end. I thought I was about to die. It was getting so stressful. I was like, I have to reckless. I have to. It's the only way to win. I didn't have a choice.
Some very good moves there. Some very nice final point scoring in the last round. Thank you so much, Madbird, for playing. We're going to calculate your scores now. Any
let's see.
predictions on how you fared?
I think we did the best.
really well.
Yeah.
Like top notch.
Sure. I'll be reservedly confident.
I'm optimistic.
I think we did the absolute best.
All right.
Okay.
8,580 is your score. Unfortunately, still unable to knock second best off the top of the leaderboard.
Second best. That's so funny.
They will be ridiculously pleased if they manage to hold that spot, I think. Second best, a group of improv comedians out of New York City who I think never imagined that they were going to actually take the top spot.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's exciting.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah, cool. You know what? Yeah, we got there. We got there.
We weren't last.
Solid.
So a pretty admirable score. You were able to save Eric. Unfortunately, it did take some time. The ritual went on for a while.
Yeah, I think in my assessment, I think this was a great episode. There was a lot of action there, and I did really great. I did one of my most wonderful performances to date. I had half of the characters down or off the board at a particular time, and if they hadn't gotten lucky with these ridiculous, frankly, die rolls over and over again, and gotten clever in the last round, I mean, what's that worth? I would have completely wiped the board up with them. I don't know what happened in the last round or two, and I think I'm going to bring up some of those referee decisions to the council later on. I really don't think some of that stuff was right. I think if it wasn't for that last round, it would have been a complete clean sweep for the adversary, which is how it really ought to be, Ref.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Good job to me.
The big bad, always very self-congratulatory at the end of these games. Thank you so much for joining us, Madbird, as well as thank you to Dwarven Forge for supplying us with the gorgeous terrain we got to play on. And finally, thank you for tuning in to our epic battle today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time on The Big Bad.